Good morning. The effort to make the government more efficient has fallen down a mine shaft 230 feet below Boyers, Pennsylvania in Butler County, where millions of manila envelopes represent the painstakingly slow federal retirement process.
The most number of people that could retire possibly in a month is 10,000. We're like, well, why is that? Well, because all the retirement paperwork is manual on paper. It's manually calculated, then written down on a piece of paper. Then it goes down a mine. And like, what do you mean a mine? Like, yeah, there's a limestone mine where we store all the retirement paperwork.
This is it. It looks like a place to ride out a nuclear explosion, but it's really where 700 federal workers very slowly process retirement papers by hand. The Washington Post described it in 2014 as a sinkhole of bureaucracy. So far, President Trump is pleased with efforts to make things more efficient, and he says he's not worried about potential conflicts of interest for Musk.
We thought that we would not let him do that segment or look in that area if we thought there was a lack of transparency or a conflict of interest. And we watched that also. He's a big businessman. He's a successful guy. That's why we want him doing this. We don't want an unsuccessful guy doing this.
The USAID Inspector General Paul Martin has been fired, not by anybody at USAID, but by the White House Office of Presidential Personnel. This happened just days after he published a report critical of the White House's USAID funding freeze.
And there's crazy things like just cursory examination of Social Security, and we've got people in there that are 150 years old. Now, do you know anyone who's 150? I don't. Okay. They should be on the Guinness Book of World Records. They're missing out. So, you know, that's a case where, like, I think they're probably dead.
Yeah, probably right. And Musk admitted in that extraordinary photo spray last night that sometimes the things he says are going to turn out to be incorrect. The way he puts it is nobody's going to bat 1,000. But his batting average is high enough that Trump wants him to keep going, keep looking for waste, fraud, and corruption. Back to you.
And Peter, you described that mine shaft that turned out to be a gold mine for government employees since the 50s, where they processed the retirement papers. Ultimately, that shows inefficiency. But the federal government and people in Congress have known about it for decades. And it's like, this is very inefficient. But there's never been an appetite to close it down.
Yeah, it's not a secret. There are 700 people who work there and then go home at the end of the day and probably sit at the bar there in Boyers, Pennsylvania, talking about the broken elevator at the mine shaft. But hundreds of millions of dollars have already been poured into trying to digitize this. And if you're Elon Musk, a guy whose entire world is about advancing artificial intelligence and technology that could probably do this in like 1 second. 10,000 in 1 second, then it is probably pretty hard to wrap your head around. No idea how they are going to modernize it, but he says pretty much anything that they do instead would be more efficient.
Right. Thanks, Peter.